Hey, this is Dean, and thanks for buying one of my helmets. And what I'm going to do right now is talk about the care of your helmet. Now, this applies to basically all helmets as far as I'm concerned, so consider this a tutorial for everyone for the care of their helmet. So some of the things you'll need, and it's not really going to break the bank, nor are any of these things specialty items. Nice soft cotton cloth, some acetone or isopropyl alcohol. I recommend Fritz polish. I think that's probably one of the best on the market. I discovered this a year ago, and it is fantastic. And Johnson paste wax. Okay, so let's talk about the handling of your helmet. I recommend, number one, that you never touch the steel of the helmet as much as possible. Don't touch it with your bare hands. Only handle it via the brass work, so the ear guards, the edging, the front band. Only touch those things if you need to handle it. Now, if you need to put it on, which you're going to do, I loosen up the lanyard, or the chin strap, hold by the edges as you see I'm doing, and put it on, tighten it up. So you'll see that I was holding always by the edges of the cheek piece. That's all you need to do to take it off. It's just the reverse. Hold it by the cheeks, take it off your head. So there you have putting the helmet on and taking it off. If you have somebody who really is insistent and you want to let them handle it, just go over the way to handle it that I did with you, which is don't touch the steel, handle it by the brass, and everything should be okay. Now, how I go about cleaning my helmets off is if they're not too covered in oils, or if I can't see a lot of fingerprints or smudges on them, I'll simply just give the helmet a nice wipe down. If it's just dusty, just take your cloth and wipe it down. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to do. Nice soft cloth, wipe it down. It should return to a nice little shine. If those dirty fingerprints and that other stuff doesn't come off, I usually wet a rag with either acetone or isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol is a little bit nicer on your hands and on your lungs, but it will strip the wax off, and that's the goal with using the alcohol or the acetone, is to strip the wax off, to strip all the oils off. So be sure you don't retouch your helmet after you've stripped it. So after you stripped it, what you'll want to do is start to polish it. And I love this Fritz. I gotta say that I hadn't known about this until about a year ago, and I decided to give it a shot. And I was super impressed. And the reason I was impressed is that it polishes not only the steel, but also the brass, and it does it all in one go. And it does a quite nice job without a whole lot of elbow grease. If you really want to use Fritz with a buffing pad, just a buffing pad chucked into a drill motor is really all you need. But I don't even use that. I use my finger, and it's really, really quite easy. You just pick a spot that you want to shine up. Let's say this cheek piece here, and this, apply the Fritz with your finger. Brass work and steel all at the same time. Try not to spread it so far that it starts to get dry really quick, because they recommend that you don't let it completely dry out. And I've noticed that it's harder to buff off and make everything look nice when you let it dry out. So you see I'm shining up just a small area. I'm trying not to touch the steel with my hands, and then wipe it off. Wipe it off. There, you can see kind of the difference between the treated steel and treated brass and the unpolished stuff down here. So that washer is not polished, and this one is. So you see how shiny that got right away. Love this stuff. So after you've shined your helmet up and you've got it all polished, the next step is to use Johnson's paste wax to protect it. I love Johnson's Paste Wax. And the reason I love Johnson's Paste Wax is because it has a solvent in it that helps the wax flash off quicker, and you get to buffing quicker. Also, Johnson's Paste Wax is available at your local hardware store and on Amazon. It's available everywhere. Museums don't use oil to protect their steel or their metals. They use wax. Okay, you don't believe me? Go check it out. I know a lot of people who want to refute my use of wax, or who want to tell me that somehow motor oil is better. Don't do it. Wax is the way to go. If you don't want to use Johnson's Paste Wax, use some pure carnauba wax. You'll just wait a lot longer for it to dry, and it'll be a little bit harder to buff out, but it does the same job. You can also use what they call museum wax. There's a few products on the market that are listed as museum wax. They're essentially the same thing. They are a wax with solvent. You wipe them on, they flash over, and then you buff them off. These things really, really do work. Motor oil, mineral oil does not. Don't do it. That's basically it in a nutshell. Once you've got it waxed and polished, you're done. That's the care of it. Enjoy.